to come on instantly. Don't carry chips, don't carry that. And because the reason why you do that is it helps you perfect the art of selling. It helps you perfect the art of being confident in what you are and what you've done in life. So always make sure that whenever you have a presentation or something like that, you just put it in a layout like this and you do that. So next, team management. How many of you have had the opportunity to be responsible for more than 5 people in your life? How many of you are not from ISEC over here? Let's get that straight away. How many of you are not from ISEC? Alright, so how many of you are from ISEC, being team leaders who are responsible for a team of people? Right? So you see, there are very few number of people who are actually responsible of doing something called as team management. So the reason why team management is a big thing is when you're a team manager, you're responsible for 5 to 6 people. You are responsible for everything that they do, you're responsible for whatever scripts they do, and you're also responsible to make sure that, they are happy with what they're doing. Team management is something which whenever you get into your jobs or when you get into entrepreneurship or whenever, it's a very important thing that you need to have. Even when you're working, if you have 5 people under you, you need to know how to manage them effectively. And this is something that your textbooks won't tell you. This is something that your teacher won't tell you. This is something that you'll get from experiences. Different activities in college and all of that is how you get these experiences. So, how many of you over here would like to be a team leader someday? Everybody, everybody here wants to be a team leader someday. But are you willing to do those efforts to be a successful team leader? Yes. See? Almost the entire audience over here wants to be a team leader, but only the half of the people over here are willing to make the efforts to be a successful team leader. So the difference is right there. It's very easy to say that, oh, I'm a team leader and I do this and I do that. But your true review comes from the people who you're managing. So these skill sets are something that, I would really want you guys to get started on it and get learn, because this is something that textbooks are not going to teach you. You can learn about team leadership as much as you want in your MBAs or your marketing or finance or whatever, but when it comes to implementing it in real life, it's a different ballgame altogether. And that is what, for me, truly education actually means. It's not about sticking to textbook. It's about going out over there and being a street smart person, right? How many of you think that you guys know what street smart is, right? Do you guys know what street smart is? Really? Nobody knows what being a street smart person is. Okay, so then there are 2 types of people. One are the Padako types. People who get 10 GPAs and 9.95 GPAs and whatever. The other guys are the street smart people. They can go out there, they can negotiate their way around the world. They're the smart people who are on the streets and like when you go out with them, you can make it out. When a 10-pointer is walking, he's just going to walk like this, straight. Right? When a street smart guy is walking, he's like, "Oi, haan, kya chal raha hai? Kaisa hai? Arey bhai, kaisa hai? Kya hai?" You get the difference. A street smart is a person who's smart, but that does not equate to GPA because he doesn't need that. So that's the difference. So always focus on being a street smart person. Focus on negotiating stuff on a real life scenario. When was the first time when you guys went to a bank? When you were 6 years old? Okay, someone be louder, someone take an initiative, tell me. When? Which was the first time you went to a bank?
8th standard.
8th standard. First year. Do you know the first time when I went to a bank? Any guesses?
After graduation.
No, after graduation, no. So I went to the bank when I was in my 5th class. And I'll tell you how the story happened. So my dad is a person who always believes in making the person street smart, and he always believes in giving them true education. So this one fine day I had to pay my school fees, and I said to Dad, this is the school fees and we have to go to the bank and do it. So Dad's like, here's the money, go to the bank and deposit it. I'm like, Dad, but I don't know how to do it. He's like, you're in your 5th class, you're going to your 6th class, you can read English, you can understand English, go to someone and ask them. I was like, but Dad, you're right in front of me. Why don't you tell me how to go to the bank and do it? He's like, no, I'm not going to tell you because I myself don't know. I was like, Dad, of course you know how to do it. So why don't you just tell me? He's like, no, here's the money, go to the bank and do it. This is the account number. And I, for the life of me, couldn't understand why my dad would do that. I reached the bank and, like a helpless little kid, I had to make a decision. Am I going to go to someone, talk to them about it and get this done? Or am I just going to go back home? And that was the first time ever that I actually knew what it was to talk to a complete random stranger. Because come on, it's difficult to go out there and talk to a complete random stranger. So here's a guy who's in his 5th class, going to his 6th class, going to a bank and telling him that, uncle, मुझे ये deposit करना है, कैसे करना है? And then the bank official, he told me, go here, do this, do that, do this, do this, do that, and come back. So that was the first time when I went to the bank. I came back home and I told that I did it. So then he asked me, how do we do it? I was like, I did this, I did that, I did this, I did this. He's like, okay, congratulations, now you know how to go to a bank. And when I was in college, a lot of my friends didn't know how to write a check. A lot of them didn't know how to deposit cash and get a withdrawal slip out of it. So the amount of difference that these practices make is immense. You know, now a lot of people are like, okay, fine, so you went to the bank in an early age, but guess what? That's just one small example that I'm giving. There are a lot of things that my dad just made me do. He never told me how it is to be done because he wanted me to go out there, learn, and see for myself rather than being spoon-fed. And I think that is a true definition of someone who's a street smart person, right? So being street smart is not about negotiating or it's just the way that you are where people, like everybody's your friend. You know, you have a few friends of yours who knows everybody in the campus. Do you have that kind of friends? Anybody over here? See, there's one big hand going up over there, two big hands. So these are the people who are working on their networking skills. Do you guys realize that? You might know 10 people, but these guys know like 150 people in the entire campus. So they're working on their networking skills even before you, like you're just over here trying to get your GPA up. And these guys are working on life skills, networking skills, and negotiation skills and all of that stuff. These are the guys who are street smart. These are the guys who are already ahead of you. Because guess what? Now you're in college, this is pretty much real life. When you go out there, this is exactly how companies are going to treat you. This is pretty much the way life cycle is going to be. So don't focus only on your GPA and don't focus only on the stuff that you have to read and study and whatnot. Focus on life. Focus on what is the bigger picture. Getting a degree from here and getting out and getting a job is not the bigger picture. Everybody's going to do that. Look for the guy next to you. You know what's making you different from him? GPA, okay. Like I said, GPA, I don't really know what you guys' GPAs over here and I don't want to know. You know, you guys can do some research and find out about our GPAs, but does it really matter? It doesn't. Yes, it looks good for like 5 minutes. Oh my god, I got this GPA, I passed a distinction. Great degree, bus. Abhi kya karoge degree ka? We'll keep it. My degree is in my home. I'm not walking around with that. You know? CVs, the other most important thing that college is like, oh yaar, ye karte hain CV strong hoga, ye karte hain CV strong hoga. How many of you over here like, I want to make my CV a stronger CV. I want to add more certifications to it. Just 3-4 people, seriously? No one else wants to work on the CVs? Okay, so most of the people they are like, let's do this, let's do that, make our CVs stronger, let's get more certificates. Whenever you're going for an event, the first question is, bhaiya iska certificate milega mere ko? You all know that feeling, right? Iska certificate milega kya? When I get attendance for this. I'll tell you what. Have any one of you seen my CV yet?
No.
Do you need to see my CV?
Yes.
Exactly my point. You get it? A CV is just a bunch of paper. And I'm not a bunch of paper. When you walk into someone, you should be able, it's the way you are, it's the way that you talk, it's the way that you present yourself should be enough to tell the person, okay, kuch to hai, he's done something. I don't need a stack of paper to tell people, okay, who are that. Do you get that mind drift? So these are life lessons that are extremely important and not just getting a degree and all of that. Next slide. How many of you are doing an MBA over here or planning to do an MBA? Okay. Have you heard this, that the skills learned in a startup is greater than the skills learned at MBA? Have you? So here's the thing that happens with startups. So when you start out, when we start off, Raghav will agree to me and everyone else, is we're doing a ton of different things at the same time. We're a company's accountants, we're our company's tax keepers, we're our company's marketing guy, we're our company's HR person, we're our company's responsible for IT guy. We're like 10 people rolled into one. If computer is not working, yeah, Gaurav, computer nahi chal raha. Service tax kya hoga this time? Achha, who's getting the display? You are managing 15 different things at the same time. And I'm not saying that just by being a founder of a startup. Even when you work at a startup, you get more skill sets as opposed to what you do as an MBA. Right? when you start off as a startup, because there's so many things that have to be learned, you have to learn, there's so much that you have to do. Getting an MBA is again the other side of textbook education that we're talking about. You know, it will talk about the theories of marketing, the 4 pillars of marketing, there's this. But when you step out in the real world, you realize they are not 4 pillars of marketing, they are 16 pillars of marketing. So when I recruit, I honestly, when someone files for recruitment with me that, I want to work with you, I've done my engineering or whatever, I was like, I don't care which degree.